Right. Oh, sorry. Rest in peace, Penn State. I've honestly been ready for this since the game against them last year ended, so rest in peace, I guess. For anyone that wasn't fully prepared. Yeah.
If I may. Dairy Queen closes in 5 minutes.
Oh, wait, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Warning. There may be explicit language in today's episode. Viewer discretion is advised.
Is that stat right?
Yes.
Yes. What did we say? We're getting copyrighted.
That's how to do that for the intro.
So that's a real stat.
That is a real stat. That is 100% legit.
So,
My God.
So Richie, whenever you get the chance,
Good God.
whenever you get the chance, go to me.
Who's the one winner?
Go to me, because I feel like, because everybody.
Ohio State in
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah, yeah. Go to me. Go to me. What did we say? What did we say? How many times do we have to do this? How many? This is 8 in a row. When are you gonna understand that you guys are not a good football team against good teams? It's quite literally that simple.
And I don't want to hear it against Penn State fans about, if we would have actually scored when we had the ball on the 1 yard line for 4 plays, which by the way is pathetic. Will Howard fumbled a ball out of the end zone for a touchback, so there's at least 1 touchdown off the board for Ohio State. Will Howard missed a couple throws, probably another touchdown off the board from Ohio State. So we could say if all we want, but you still lost the football game. You still choked. Drew Aller sucked again. James Franklin sucked again.
Yeah, you don't know what it is? James Franklin is a terrible coach. That is what it is.
Market.
Jesus.
All right.
I mean, like, wow, that's actually, I didn't.
All right.
That's a crazy stat, dude.
I can go crazy on all of this stuff that I wrote down for this.
This one's all Alex. I mean,
Okay, listen.
especially since his team is Ohio State. I can't say much. I can't really elaborate on this. I'm still gonna talk. I'm still gonna talk the talk. I can also walk the walk, you know. But I'm not even gonna get into Michigan football today because there's way bigger things happening in the world.
Hey, South Carolina, the Music City Bowl, baby.
Oh yeah, that's so dumb, dude.
Let's go.
Michigan is projected to play in the Music City Bowl
against the Gamecocks.
The South Carolina Gamecocks, an SEC team that damn near beat Alabama. This is just like the year Alabama should have been in the playoff, but no, we ended up playing them in a bowl game, and I honestly think it was pretty miserable. Not as miserable. No, we didn't. No, never mind. I'm thinking about our bowl game against Florida.
Oh, against Florida.
The Peach Bowl, I think it was.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I was very upset about that one. I was very upset to play Alabama. Yeah, we lost. I don't know what the final score is, but we lost Alabama.
Something like that.
Okay,
sucks.
The stat that Dom is referring to now, that Dom was referring to when we first came in was James Franklin has moved to 1-13 all time against top 5 opponents. That one singular win, obviously being against Ohio State in 2016, in the game where Saquon Barkley is literally the only reason they won that game, and they had a 60-yard block field goal for a touchdown.
Oh, that game.
Yeah.
That game.
So,
yeah. Marcus Allen.
1-13 against top 5 teams, 1-9 against Ohio State, 0-5 or 0-4 or 0-5 against Ryan Day. So,
which is crazy to me too.
This is crazy actually. 18.1 points per game against top 5 opponents, negative 17 turnover differential in all 14 games he has played against top 5 opponents. Like I said, single top 5 win was 2016 Ohio State at Happy Valley. Drew Aller and the offense sucked, naturally.
Wow.
150 passing yards, 120 rushing yards as a team. Drew Aller was 12 for 20, 146 and an interception. I believe their backup quarterback threw for the other 4 yards. Ohio State did run all over Penn State. Will Howard really didn't.
I don't know why I'm looking at that prompter when I have one right here.
Will Howard 16 for 24, 182, 2 touchdowns, a pick. By the way, Ohio State's offense is still top 15 in the country, in case you were curious. This is the thing. Everyone, all Penn State fans, and a lot of people actually, were talking about how this isn't Ohio State's year, especially after the Oregon game.
I'm looking at the new rankings.
You lose by
I've
like
heard
what?
this.
Like what?
1 point.
1 point to the
I
number
heard
1 team
this.
in the country.
I
Like,
heard this. Quite frankly, with Ohio State having 1 loss at this point in the year, I'm about to make the case for why this is the best Ohio State football team in the past couple years,
interesting.
and why, if there is any chance for them to win a natty, it could be this year.
Even over to the CJ Stroud era.
Before you get into that,
Even over the CJ Stroud era.
Before you get into that, I just gotta say, Vanderbilt's in the top 25, man. Vanderbilt's in the top 25.
Let's go. Let's go Commodores, baby.
Coming in at 6-3.
You know what? Maybe James Franklin should go back. They got a team now.
people-
Well,
Forget about-
I don't want to hate Vanderbilt though.
Yeah.
I think if James Franklin went back to Vanderbilt, for me, it would be like a Baker leaving Cleveland. Well, not leaving Cleveland, getting booted out of Cleveland, essentially. I think it would be that type of situation. Because all of a sudden, I like Baker Mayfield a lot.
I love Baker.
Oh,
I
Baker's
hated
awesome.
Baker.
In Cleveland, I was like, oh, I hate this guy. But now that he played,
I hated him when he planted the OU flag
told Mike
at
earlier.
the 50
I
against
told,
Ohio
I told Mike
State.
earlier that's the mentality I'm in right now.
Yeah.
Just Baker getting Cleveland mentality.
This is going to be one hell of
This is
an
going to be
episode.
one great episode. Gentlemen,
Anyway.
go on.
You want to know how many
It's just in the
times?
same segment. I don't have to go far and look
Yeah.
for
You want to know how many times Ohio State has allowed 18 or more points this season? Once. In number 1 Eugene, Oregon, 32-31. Nebraska had 17. Other than that, a single opponent besides Nebraska and Oregon has not scored more than 14 points against Ohio State this season. And you know who it was? The Thundering Herd.
Marshall.
They scored 14 points against Ohio State. That is the 3rd most points that any football team has scored against Ohio State this year.
All I'm saying is that you guys are vulnerable. You still got to play the game. I don't care how bad. I don't care how big of a skill gap it is. It will be a game
In the shoe?
in the shoe.
You think so?
If it was at Michigan, I would feel a lot more confident. Just because that's just I feel like when it comes down to Michigan, Penn State, and Ohio State in the Big Ten, I feel like just those 3 teams essentially make up the college football version of the AFC North.
Yeah.
It'll always be a game.
I want to, for everyone watching or listening, if you're on Spotify,
I
that
have not posted on Spotify in a
I
while.
was
That
gonna
may
say
be-
we're on Spotify.
Yeah.
that may be a Penn State football fan. How many times are we going to do this?
Yeah.
How many times are we going to do this where every single year this is what we talk about? Because I can tell you one thing. You're not beating Oregon.
No, you're not.
No,
No, you're not.
You're not going to.
they're nasty.
You played a objectively, besides the defense, terrible football game against Ohio State. You got ran on. You got thrown on at times. You got embarrassed. You got stopped on the 1-yard line 4 times in a row
To
when
tie
you
the
could have
game.
tied the game with 5 minutes left.
That's when Mike was losing his mind. He's
How
like,
many
was
times?
I was.
How many times are we going to do this? James Franklin, since 2019, has had a top 10 defense every single year. I'm not counting 2020 because it was the weird COVID season. I don't even remember how many games Penn State played that year. But minus COVID, the past 5 years, James Franklin has had a top 10 defense out of 130 football teams in FBS football.
Cook.
They have not beaten Ohio State since 2016. They never made the 4-team playoff. They never made a BCS championship under him. They never did anything besides go 10-2, maybe win a bowl game against a subpar opponent.
he dug deep with the BCS thing.
Cook.
He dug real deep with the
Cooking.
BCS
Cooking.
thing.
How many
He's
times? How many times are we going to do this now? Are we going to do this again next year? Because I'm telling you one thing right now, Penn State, you are going to make the playoffs as an at-large bid, and James Franklin is not going to get fired.
And Michigan's on the comeback.
He's
Shout
not going
out
to get
Dave
fired.
Portnoy.
He's still going to be here. Shout out Dave Portnoy. He's going to be there next year. What's the excuse going to be next year when you do the same exact thing and repeat the cycle again? What's it going to be this time? You're projected to play Alabama at home in the first round of the playoffs this year. If you don't think Jalen Milroe is going to walk into Happy Valley and do his thing, you're crazy. It's going to be a first-round exit, and the cycle is going to start over again. When are you going to wisen up? When are you going to learn that it's not going to work? When are you just going to – when's it going to end?
And Bama's got they got a fire lit underneath them
They
now.
got dudes, too.
Oh, they got dudes, and going into the playoff with 2 losses, one being Tennessee, the other being Vanderbilt. They got a fire lit underneath them because this is the first time in a while that they're not competing for
The SEC,
an SEC championship.
the SEC, no, it's wide open though.
SEC's
There's no
crazy.
undefeated teams
I
in the
know,
SEC.
The SEC is like really crazy.
Alabama
right now.
could still win the conference.
Yeah, I guess you're right because
They could.
you look at all the combinations and stuff. It's
They beat
crazy.
Georgia.
Yeah, they beat Georgia. Yeah, it's crazy. It's super crazy.
So, okay, Richie, this is where I'm going to have to once I'm done asking
We ran the damn ball.
them
We did
these
run the
questions,
damn ball.
I'm going to go to Alex first for this one, and Dom, I'll ask you the same question too,
Okay.
if you would do something different or not. And if you agree with it, you do the same thing Alex would do, then whatever. But I'm going to wait until it gets to that shot and then start cooking.
Okay, actually, I want to quickly correct something. I
Yeah.
believe that James Franklin got there after the BCS era was over, so
Yeah.
Okay.
correction on that.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I
What
know
was
that
the last year for that?
2013, because 2014
Okay.
was the Ohio State-Oregon.
And that's when James Franklin
National
got there
championship.
in 14.
Yeah, so then it would have been, the
Okay.
BCS era would have been over.
I said you dug deep with the BCS thing.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
like Jameis Winston. It's Jameis Winston type time.
swear.
Yeah, because it was the year that the last year of Winston and Mariota before they went to the draft. Because
Yeah,
it
Florida State was
it was
nasty.
Mariota versus Cardale Jones in the national championship,
Dude, Florida State.
and it was Cardale Jones and Chris Sims in the semifinal. Alabama versus Ohio State.
But we actually, before Mike asks his question, Alex, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So Ryan Day.
Ooh.
Ryan Day hasn't had the most success against the U of M.
No, he's only won once.
Yeah, he's only won once.
It was his first year.
Do you think that Michigan having a down year this year is going to be the reason Ryan Day keeps his job at Ohio State?
I think that win, assuming Ohio State wins that game,
Yeah.
I don't think he will really get a lot of credit for that win.
Okay.
I think a lot of people will say, yeah, he beat Michigan again finally after losing, 2 or 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And
In a year that Michigan lost about 4 guys up front, lost our quarterback, lost one of our running backs, lost receivers. They didn't lose a ton.
handful of guys on defense, not many.
Yeah, not very many guys on defense. But
Still got like Mason Graham.
And like you've seen like the Michigan quarterback situation throughout the entire year. We never really know who the starting quarterback is
Yeah,
going to be.
I don't think people will be thrilled by Ryan Day improving his record against Michigan this
Okay.
year. I do not think it's going to be like, I think it'll be a situation of assuming they beat Michigan as they should this year, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I
agree.
think that this will be that game will be looked at afterwards as, okay, you can beat them on a down year. Now let's go to next year, see if they're better, and see if then you can do it.
Because Michigan's not gonna. They're not gonna have 2 back-to-back 5-7, 6-6 seasons.
No.
Especially with the influence that Dave Portnoy and Barstool Sports have.
Yeah, no.
He's putting a ton of money. He's gonna put up $10 million a year to ensure that we get a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
And with that comes, they're gonna get some dudes back.
Yeah.
They're gonna get some dudes there. Now flip the script. If Michigan was on pace to run it back in the national championship, and Ryan Day loses that game this year, if that was the case, what would you think would be the situation for Ryan Day?
His seat would be hot.
Oh, very
Very hot.
It would be
100%.
very hot.
But then you have to look at it all because that game normally comes down. Both teams are 11-0 going into that game. 11-0, 10-1.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been that. I mean, Ryan Day hasn't lost a lot of football.
No, I
He
mean
really
his
hasn't.
career record at Ohio State's absurd.
I know it's crazy, but do you think that game makes his will eventually influence the athletic department's decision on him?
Could, real quick.
I think right now he's in a perfect position to keep his job a lot longer. Granted, his record against Michigan is not great, but if he goes in, makes a run, especially with the new 12-team playoff, if he goes in, makes a run towards the Natty. I'm not saying he has to win the Natty or anything.
No, he doesn't have to win a Natty this year.
I mean, he has some the Oregon game that was tough. Oregon's they're incredible. They're very good.
There was some bad play calling in that game at the end.
They have a shot to win the national championship.
Oh yeah, 100%. Do you think if he wins the national championship, he'll stick around, regardless?
Day
for this. Well, let's look like 5 years down. 5 years down the road.
Maybe.
Granted, he leaves on his own terms.
Okay, I could see that. Hold up real quick. I got to humble Penn State fans one more time. The big difference between Ryan Day and James Franklin, because Ryan Day also has a bad record against top 5 team. Most of those losses against top 5 teams are in playoff matchups. So.
Yeah. But
And
okay.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. But
Who you also lose to.
Yeah, true. But okay, Richie.
Those Michigan losses didn't look very good either, except last year. Because Michigan, ugh.
Okay, so
TCU.
I have my scenario.
Jesus.
I got my scenario.
Okay, well,
And
sorry.
we'll start with Alex first, because he's cooking.
No, you're good. You're good. I just thought about that with the whole Ryan Day thing.
So let me finish the question first, because I know you're going to want to jump on it quick.
All right, cool.
You are the athletic director for Penn State. To finally get over the hump, to get to the next level of trying to win a national championship for your football program, what are you doing? I know what your first thing is going to be, but what are the steps for you to get over the hump? You are the Penn State athletic director. You have a little time to think about it, unless you're ready to go first.
I'm trying to. Okay, so.
I will fix.
This is
Trying to think of
it's an interesting one, man.
possible. Because this is the thing. As much as James Franklin can't win the big games, who the hell else is there?
Except there's really not very many guys out there that are winning the big games, but
I have
James
somebody.
Franklin is historically
I think Penn
known for
State.
losing.
I think Penn State would have done very well last year at firing. I don't know that they would have been able to bring him in, but if Penn State would have fired James Franklin and brought in Kalen DeBoer instead of Alabama, I mean,
it is super. It's a very controversial question because it's
just I don't know enough about other guys around the league around college football that could be brought in to replace him. Because the thing is, like, Penn State's recruiting classes aren't super high ranked most of the time.
No.
So, but like, how do you really fix that? Like, they have the funding.
15 followers.
They've got to have the funding, right?
The hard part with Penn State's recruiting is it's going to get even harder for them to recruit, especially guys that want to come play in the Big Ten. With the new Big Ten, it's going to be a lot harder for them to recruit because Michigan's going to recruit really heavy. Ohio State always recruits really well.
The perennial
Oregon's
top 3 recruiting class every year for Ohio State.
Oregon's going to, especially with the noise that they're making this year, Oregon's going to recruit pretty big.
And Dan Lanning's young. He's innovative. He's
don't count out
coach.
Don't count out USC and UCLA.
Don't count out Lincoln Riley, man. I'm telling you,
They're-
I've been a
'cause-
Lincoln Riley believer for a long time.
They're not going to be. USC's going to feel the better team next year. UCLA is absolutely going to feel the better team next year. In first year playing in the Big Ten, I'm not gonna throw any shade towards them or anything, but I think it's gonna be a lot harder. It's gonna be a lot harder for them to recruit, especially now that there's way more contenders in the Big Ten than what there used to be. Because like the Big Ten up until this season, it's always been Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, top 3 teams. Which honestly, I really feel like they should split it. They should have split them up.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Because like up until now, like Michigan, and Ohio State, and Penn State were the only relevant teams in the Big Ten. Granted, you'll get like Purdue. Like Purdue's made a run a couple times. Minnesota is pretty decent. Like Illinois Illinois.
Yeah.
Illinois is making some noise this year, and with when you have teams within the conference you have multiple teams in the conference that are going to compete for national championships, and you're just not one of those teams that has proven that they can win big games against very good opponents.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be hard to get a lot of good guys in, because that's what everyone comes to college athletics is for. They all come for one. They all come to win championships. Because that's especially 4 and 5 stars. They have options, and they're gonna go to the best team. They're gonna go to the team that they think has the best chance of winning a national championship. It's interesting. So I don't know.
How do these times make sense? Pitt plays Virginia at 8 o'clock, but we play Clemson at noon.
They ruined it, dude. They ruined the games, man.
Which, by the way,
Ohio State, Penn State should have absolutely been played at.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely should have been played at.
So
the only game that makes sense at noon is the game, because that's just how it is. It's just tradition at this point.
Yeah.
And if you college football people, if you ever get rid of the game.
Actually, wait.
They should have never, right?
Because I need a thumbnail from.
We didn't play Penn State this year.
I need a thumbnail pick from Dawn.
What's the thumbnail going to be?
Pick. It might just be that, the wrist face.
It's crazy, man. Like, I don't know.
What do you got to say to the college football committee?
If you ever get rid of the game, I'll boycott college football.
Facts.
Good Lord.
I don't know why I just got upset about that, but anyway. The game against Ohio State really does hurt James Franklin, because if there was any year for him to prove everyone wrong, prove that he can win big games, it would have been this year.
Yeah, it's this year.
And that would have been the game. But, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the same old crap every year. Seriously, it really is. As Richie fixed the camera that I just screwed up.
I don't know.
But real quick though, yeah, Pitt got their ass whooped. I know. But I don't care, because Edinboro won and Penn State lost, so I don't care.
Pitt lost this week.
And guess what? Here's the thing too.
SMU.
SMU. Yeah, they got creamed.
Damn.
Nate Ewell played.
Oh God.
Well, because they benched Holstein, at least for that game. But yeah.
They'll be fine.
So they're fine. I knew they were going to lose to SMU. Now, did I think it was going to be that bad? No, but I'm not fazed by it, because I'm not delusional like Penn State fans.
Don't count out Penn State yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna
they only dropped to number 6.
Yeah, but I'm also realistic. I'm also realistic too about my team. So be realistic about your team.
Maybe that loss is the one loss this season that James Franklin needed.
I don't know. I would say that it would be a Penn State thing to do to lose to Washington, but I forgot it's a whiteout, and so I think at night. So yeah.
Michigan lost to Washington, so
we'll see. It would be a Penn State thing to do.
All I'm going to say for Penn State, James Franklin's not going to be gone, so it doesn't matter.
No way.
He should be, but he's not.
In the comments, if you guys get to this part of the show, in the comments, let me know if you think Michigan will make a bowl game. With 3 games left, it's Indiana, Northwestern, Ohio State. Are we going to make a bowl game?
I can't see you guys losing to Northwestern.
Oh, I can.
I can feel my stomach rumbling so hard.
I can see ourselves.
All I'm going to say, for Penn State fans, if they do actually buy out James Franklin and get rid of him, Billy Napier and Mike Norvell might both be back in the carousel soon.
Just give him a chance. Like, just like send him somewhere that you can turn a program around. Like, I'm sure Ball State or Kennesaw State's looking for a new head coach. If James Franklin ever did, I would laugh my ass off for life.
And honestly, if his buyout wasn't so massive, I would put Mark Stoops out there too, the Kentucky head coach. But his buyout's like $79 million.
Yes.
Hey, if y'all want to buy out Pat Narduzzi, go ahead.
We should probably move on.
I would buy out Pat
Yeah,
Narduzzi
yeah.
for 75 cents and a bag of potato chips.
Oh, I can go for a bag of potato chips right now.
Throw in a case of Busch Light, I'm in.
But
I'll buy out Pat
yeah.
Narduzzi for a 30 rack of Busch Light and a can of Zins.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so for Pitt though, get your crap together, get the offense together, regroup, because something's wrong right now. That's all I got to say. And I knew this was going to happen eventually with Pitt, because it's like Eli Holstein's still a freshman. He's going to go through growing pains still. He'll be fine.
And you didn't drop out of the top 25.
He's
so.
gonna
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
He's going to go through a lot in the transfer portal next year.
And Narduzzi's going to have to do a lot to take care of him. And Narduzzi does claim they will take care of Eli. And I'm sure they will try to take care of Eli. It's just whatever Eli wants.
They have to give. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's but with the NIL market now,
Yeah.
it's gonna be real. It's gonna
Now,
be real hard.
here's the thing.
To keep him.
Can I give you guys my honest prediction? If he were to leave, I think he stays at Pitt for one more year, and if he is going to leave, he's going to leave for his junior year.
I think he leaves his junior year and goes to Georgia.
I honestly,
Oh, that would be a great.
my uncle is a Georgia fan, and that would hurt me.
I don't know, dude. Why does he remind me of like Stetson Bennett? I don't know. Why?
Like a bigger Stetson
Eli?
Bennett.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
I just really feel like, I don't know, man.
But I think Pitt will rebound against Virginia. So
I hope so. Virginia
Go.
sucks.
yeah, I hope so too. But this seems like a this is the trap game for Pitt.
Yeah, this is a Narduzzi.
This
trap
is a
for
Narduzzi.
sure.
This is going to be a Narduzzi classic Pitt game. I guarantee you. But yeah. So moving on, right before we get to Burrow,
The World Series.
we unfortunately have a World Series champion, and it's the Los Angeles Dodgers.
How can you say unfortunately when they were playing
We
the
just
Yankees?
talked
Well,
about
guess
it.
what?
The
Guess what?
league is on fire.
Guess what I would have said if the Yankees would have won. Unfortunately, we have a World Series champion, and it's the New York Yankees. I hate when big market teams win.
That's all. I mean, like that's what no salary cap in baseball does.
Are you ready for Juan Soto to be a Met?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also ready. I'm 100% prepared for Paul Skeens to become a New York Yankee in 5 years.
I don't even want to talk. I think it's a bad idea to talk about the Pirates today.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob Nutting, sell the team.
Oh, son of a bitch.
We have 3 F-bombs that haven't been held up on today.
Yeah, it is what it is. Hey, Freddie Freeman had a great World Series.
Freddie!
Can't hate Freddie, man.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, and we're not using the penalty box today. What's up? What do you want to do? What's up? I thought this was America.
Yeah.
I
The
didn't
league
hear.
is on
Isn't this
fire.
America?
I
I
didn't.
thought this
I
was
didn't.
America.
I didn't hear no bell.
I swear.
Anyway.
Sick, dude.
So by the way, we do got an athlete spotlight with Shady, which went a half hour. So
He's a stud. We should probably move.
yeah, we should. Burrow, we ran the damn ball.
Dak Prescott's going to be out several weeks.
That too. By the way, Deontay Johnson is a Raven. By the way, I don't care. Okay.
I care. He put up 0 points for me in fantasy this week.
Stephon Diggs is also out for the year.
Asshole.
I'm trying to think if there's any other news we missed.
Cron had 14 for 76. Bo 14 for 65. 2 touchdowns. Oh my goodness.
Bo will be on the
show,
Jake Knoll
baby.
show. Ark went for 11 for 22, 107 yards and a touchdown. Held Seton Hill to 30. Alex is locked back in, so he can take over.
Yeah. 24-22 win against Seton Hill at home this week.
Nothing shy of a boring game either.
Nothing
Yeah,
shy
no.
of a board
Never
game,
is.
actually, because Seton Hill's thing is just big play in everyone they play. They have the most explosive plays in the entire PSAC.
May have almost gave us a heart attack, but
Yeah,
I
they
will
have the
say-
most explosives in the entire PSAC. I think going into our game against them, they had like 63 explosive plays at 20-plus
Jeez.
yards in 8 games. It's absurd how many
crazy.
explosives they get every game. But yeah, we held them to 2 yards per carry, which was pretty huge. I mean, they threw for a lot of yards, but 2 of their touchdowns were big completions that were honestly, I don't want to say fluky, but just kind of like that's just kind of what they do.
I will say
So-
their last
I
touchdown
don't
of the
have
game.
my
that
NFL
was
notebook.
A sweet throw.
That was a sweet catch too.
That was a-
I don't know how 9 came
Oh,
up
dude,
and
I
held
have
onto
no
that
idea.
ball.
That was
Because
crazy.
Toby gave him everything on that hit to knock that ball out, and he still came down with that. And that was on 4th and 8, so that was big time. And then shout out Corey Gross, who's going to be on next week's episode because Shady's going to be on today. Corey delivered the ginormous hit on Seton Hill's quarterback on the 2-point conversion attempt that maintained the lead for us. So that was big time by Corey. Then we recovered the onside kick, took a couple of knees, and the game was over. So big time.
You can do better.
Big time rushing game.
You're 2-7.
Dude, what?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I have to be 3-6. I just won last week. I'm 3-6. I won last week. I beat Bryce.
No, you played me.
I thought I played Bryce last week.
No, you're thinking of 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. No, but still, I had two wins going into that.
I'll recount, but sorry, Alex, go ahead.
3-6 is
yeah,
unacceptable.
we won the football game.
Jesus.
It was a good game.
We're going NFL rapid fire and upset. Okay, cool.
Oh, upset alert.
But still, though,
Jesus.
does it really matter? 2, 7, 3. Does it really matter? Okay, so if my calculations are correct, I do want to get this out of the way first, actually, Alex, before we get to upset alert. I have some scenarios as of right now for rapid fire. Okay, so, and we still need a winner between Bryce and Emma, and that is determined tonight with Kansas City and Tampa Bay. So EJ and I are 5-4. If we can both go 3-3 in the next few weeks, then we're fine. If Emma loses to Bryce, then puts her in the same spot as EJ and I. But if she wins, she will be 6-3, then almost in the same spot as Haley. And even if another loss in Week 10 is in good, Haley's in good shape to make the playoffs anyway. Bryce is 4-5. If he wins versus Emma, playoff-wise, should be fine still. However, with a loss, it does look like Bryce will have to win out to make the playoffs, and then. And it starts if he loses to Emma tonight. And Alex basically has to win out to catch up to me and EJ. And
Which I will.
And Dom and AJ need to win out to help from others to have a chance. So there is that.
Sorry, I'm going to relock and I'm telling this guy we're going to have him on the show.
Who is it?
I will talk about it. But he hit me up, he hit me up, asked me if he'd be open to us having him on the show.
Word.
He's a sports writer.
Oh, sweet.
He used to go to Edinboro too.
Oh, sweet. Now I need to look up my upset alert too, because I have not looked it up yet.
Wait, am I tripping? Hold up.
Should I?
Hell no. Hell no.
Should I?
Hell no. Hell no, Mike. What? No, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about it.
God. I'm looking through it right. I'm looking through the games now.
Oh, I know what I'm picking for my upset. Can I go? I know what I'm doing.
I suppose.
Can I go first?
I was going to say, I usually like to abuse the fact that I created this segment, so I get to go first.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Hold up. I need to make sure that I even...
Yeah, I got mine.
I think I have mine, too.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah.
Subscribe. I got to fill the silence with noise.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Upset alert. I will update it next week because I keep forgetting, for the love of God, to update the scores on upset alert, but I will update it next week. My pick, Sunday Night Football, Houston Texans +2.5 against the Detroit Lions.
Thank God.
Bounce back game for CJ and the boys.
Thank God you picked that one because I know what mine's going to be.
Oh, yeah, by the way, you two are facing each other in rapid fire this week.
Gentleman's game.
Gentlemen's game. Love
Yep.
it.
Okay, Dom.
For my pick this week. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
For my pick this week, don't stay out too late Saturday night because we're waking up early Sunday morning. We're heading over to Germany. Give me the Panthers +4.5 against the Giants in Munich.
Oh, in Munich, baby. Let's
Where's it at?
go.
I understand. I understand the reasoning behind.
So you're going Carolina, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand the reasoning behind all of the games overseas, trying to build this, trying to like grow the league a little bit, expand the sport of football all over the world. But why the hell do we give them that game?
I know, dude. Why can't we give them a good football game?
Like, dude,
Like what happened to Chiefs Chargers in Mexico? Like
dude,
that was the best.
Send the Ravens and Steelers over there, dude. We'll show them what we're about.
Okay, I got mine.
I know exactly what yours is. I guarantee it. I guarantee it because it's the first game that popped up.
Give me +2.5.
Steelers and Washington.
The Pittsburgh Steelers over the Washington Commanders.
I knew it was
I
coming.
almost took it.
I was telling you because dude, look because I use CBS. They're right next to each other. They're right next to each other on CBS.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so
How's the CBS Sports app?
so
I'm
last
very
week,
disappointed in my pick last week.
I almost said last week. Last week, EJ beat AJ. We're still determining Bryce and Emma. I beat Dom.
Bullshit.
And Alex got his ass kicked by Haley.
She's the top seed. It's
12 to 7. So I actually put everybody's picks in the
Dude,
description.
why do I suck
I
this
put
year?
everybody's picks in the description. Makes it easier on me. So we can get going. So
My pick was nowhere near close.
okay,
They didn't have a lead. Ever.
Cincinnati at Baltimore.
Cincinnati at Baltimore.
Yep.
Give me the Ravens.
They're
hot.
Yeah, give me the Ratbirds.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Baltimore too.
Thursday night. Interesting.
Okay, Alex, Giants or Panthers? I'm going with the. Oh,
You know mine.
Give me dimes.
yeah, same.
It's the one time I'll say that in my life.
Patriots at the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Bounce back week after getting hammered last week.
The Bears. Buffalo at Indianapolis.
Give me the Bills.
Yeah, give me the Bills. Alex, I think we're gonna tie. It's gonna come down to if our upsets win.
Kansas City over Denver.
Cause dude, all these games are so easy.
Right,
KC.
yeah.
KC.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these games are so easy.
Atlanta over the. By the way, Dennis Allen got fired today.
He did.
From the Saints. Yep. Give me Atlanta over New Orleans.
Same.
Yep. I thought that it's very disappointing. I thought the Saints were gonna be way better.
Okay, 49ers at the Bucs.
Dude.
I almost took this as my upset, but give me the Niners.
Give me the Bucs.
Yeah, give me the Bucs. Give me the Bucs.
Okay, Pittsburgh at Washington.
The Lurs, baby.
Yeah, give me the Lurs.
The Vikings at the Jaguars.
Dude, these games suck.
Mindy,
I do.
Give me the Vikings. Vikings.
Same.
Vikings. Yep. Okay. Titans at Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
Yep.
They're actually pretty decent.
Yep, Chargers. 7.5
Okay,
point
just to
favorites.
plant this in my head, just to plant this in your guys' head, you guys have 2 different picks.
Yeah, I figured. These games, it's just literally the.
Eagles at the Cowboys.
Give me that.
Go again. This team ain't gonna never win.
Give me the Eagles.
Yep, Eagles.
The Jets at the Cardinals.
This is a flip. This is a toss-up. But give me the Cardinals.
Yeah, give me the Cards. I'm not gonna
Damn
lie.
it, Alex.
Okay.
Actually, do you know what? No. No. No.
Cardinals.
Yeah, give me the Cards.
Okay, Dom. The Lions at the Texans.
Lions.
Okay, there we go. Give me Detroit. Okay, Dolphins at the Rams. I thought that's what that said.
You pick one. I'll just pick the. I'll
Give me
pick the other
Dolphins
one.
at the Rams.
Yeah, I'm
I'm going the Rams.
All right, give me the Dolphins. Make it interesting. You know.
Yeah.
Wait. So you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4 picks that are different.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Question of the day: will the Bucs give Mahomes his first loss of the season?
No.
I can't remember who I picked. I already won, so I don't care.
The Steelers' schedule to finish out the year is ridiculous.
Vicious.
It's very ridiculous. Like, dude, after the Commanders, it's with 4 division games in a row. Then we play the Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals. Like, dude, this is insane.
Yeah, it is. Insane.
But anyway,
Might be a miserable Christmas for the kid, man.
wait, I'm actually curious because I like to look at this every time. What was it for 44 of Burrow Tailgate Talks? I'm kind of curious.
What was it?
I'm trying to see like what we were doing for episode 44 of Burrow Tailgate Talks. We're almost getting to episode 69 of Tailgate Talks.
Nice.
Nice.
We should have made that. We should have made that Tailgate.
Swear. Okay, episode 44 was a Zoom show, and that was the one where I was on vacation and Alex was by himself in his room.
Type time.
Oh, that one?
Yeah. I have not done a Tailgate Talks by myself. There's only one person that's done it.
Yep.
That's him. Hopefully you will never have to do that. Anyway,
No, dude.
go to our interview with Shady, who we blindsided 3 times.
Good night, America. We totally didn't just record another one of these. What's up, Internet? All right, another athlete spotlight. Again, still don't know what episode this is of Athlete Spotlight. Doesn't matter. Today, Borough Football D-line dog Nate Ewell on the show. That's the last time I'm calling you that. I'm calling
That just sounds foul. It just sounds
That's
foul.
the last time I'm
It
calling
just
you.
sounds
I'm
foul.
calling you Shady.
That's fair. That's fair.
It sounds foul.
That's fair.
But yeah.
The only person I ever hear call you by your name is Plug.
That. And that's still 50-50. Yeah. That's still 50-50.
Oh man.
Shout out Coach Plug.
Shout out Coach Plug.
All right, so we're gonna read your bio, and I'm gonna try to not laugh at the first sentence.
It's fair.
Okay, so played 4 seasons of football at Shady Side Academy. See, I know how to work the camera. Earning 4 varsity letters, first team all-conference offensive tackle, 3-time all-conference defensive end.
It's a versatile weapon.
I forgot you were a Whippeal.
Yeah.
Joey, come back.
Whippeal on top.
Joey, come back.
Whippeal on top. Whippeal on top.
Joey,
On
come
top.
back. Joey, come back. Joey,
Shout out my boys at the Whips.
Joey, come back. I can't even be mad because like the highest drawing athlete on any of the athlete spotlights is Whippeal.
Yeah, Bailey, right?
Yeah, it's Bailey.
Lebo kid.
What did Joe say?
Couldn't tell if he said something or if he yawned. Oh, he just shouted Bailey.
Let's go.
Oh man. Okay, enough about the Whippeal. All right, Whippeal.
We can talk about it a little.
All right, Whippeal, whatever. But looking at high school, talk about the jump from high school to college, and also talk about the work you had to put in to get to where you are today.
Dude, the jump, it was kind of weird because Shady Side, if you don't know, is kind of a prep school. Kind of.
Low key.
Low key.
Yeah.
It's a prep school. But, like, the work you do there, it's pretty much the same as what you do here academically. Now, physically, you know, it's kind of just a group of random guys that get together. You know, it's a private school, so it's just a group of random guys that get together. Nobody really knows each other unless you've been on the team with each other for, like, more than 1 year.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get new guys coming in every year. It's pretty much how a college team would work, sort of.
Somewhat.
Very somewhat.
Yeah.
Because there are people that live in the area of where Shady Side's at, Fox Chapel, and
Yeah.
they just go to Shady Side because their parents are near there. But I mean, the jump was kind of iffy for me. It was more of like changing the social aspect. Football was going to be the same. Football, nothing's new under the sun. Football is the same. Football's football.
It is.
There are new concepts you learn, but at the end of the day, it's all something you've done before. It's
Yeah, you
just
might get
more-
worked a little bit harder, but
Nothing crazy. It's more getting used to, and I say this to all the guys that ask me from my high school, dude. It's sitting in a room with a 26-year-old man and realizing that you guys are in the same spot.
yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
He's 26. You're 18.
Yeah.
Like last year, I remember when we had DYs on the team, and I was like, how old is he?
Yeah.
They were really calling him Aunt. I'm like, how old is he? They're like, yeah, he's 26. I'm like,
Yeah.
But, you know, that COVID year was crazy. But in terms of jumping, you know, I feel like I had kind of a smoother transition because academics wasn't going to be the problem. It was more the football part, the mentality. You just got to switch it. So you got to switch it. Because, you know, in high school, you're the dude on your team.
Yeah.
Or one of the dudes on your team. And then you go to college and you realize I'm in a room full of those dudes that were me.
Yeah.
That's
true.
I'm in a room full of dudes. So it's full of dogs. It's just like you got 50 dogs in a room.
Yeah.
And it's healthy competition if you're competing with the guy next to you for a spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All dudes that were in the same spot as you.
Right. So you were a guy in high
All
school.
dudes.
You
all
could have
dudes
been
that everyone looked at like
you
like
could have been that
guy.
guy in high school, kicking every week, freaking throwing monster stats, and then you get to college and you realize, dude, he did the same thing.
Some of those guys did it even better.
Or I was just about to say,
Yeah.
this guy had 2-3 stars.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Like.
Like, yeah, you were a dog, but like, or another thing, it's like you gotta get used to the different accents to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm Pittsburgh, I'm used to Pittsburgh. I hear Jerry come in from Florida. Broward County. You don't know anything he's saying, but once you get to know him, you get to know him. Yeah, you can understand what he's saying.
You kind of get it. You kind of get it.
But
Shout out
everybody.
JD, bro. I love that kid.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
All right, you got the second one.
Yeah. So obviously, from this season, the game everyone talks about, RMU.
Right.
The game that me and Shady both had to wake up the next day and really understand the fact that we just won that football game.
Wait, can I? I just remember the next day, we're at Van, and Shady walks up to us. He just goes, "Did we really just beat RMU last night?"
I was still processing it. I woke up and just like stared at my ceiling. I was like,
We beat RMU last night.
God, we beat. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I went and I got lunch.
It was such a surreal feeling.
It was.
Like the game was over, and I'm sitting here waiting for like a flag or something,
Yeah.
or like a camera to come out. You just walked the prank. Like I'm like,
We think we're playing a football game.
listen,
we're in a filthy prank
everybody's
video.
getting hype. I'm waiting for the hidden cameras. I'm looking over the gate on our sideline, like, where is this hidden camera crew at? Like, what's going on?
You just walk up to Coach. Stop screwing with me. Like
Like,
is it?
I'm like,
Coach, shoot
yo,
it
what's
straight with me.
going
Did we
on?
actually just win that game?
But like, it's really like that game. You just had to be there.
It was
Because
insane.
we were balling.
I wish I was.
And
there.
we had so much Burrow faithful at that game too. Like there was a lot of Burrow fans at that football game.
Yeah, we did come deep. Our fans definitely slid through.
Yeah.
But like watching that game, it was truly you had if you know it was in a if you know situation. That was our team playing at everybody was balls to the wall. We're all flying to the ball. Offense was producing often and very consistently.
Efficiently, effectively.
All of that. And I think the biggest thing, it felt great because RMU, they recruited me. But like after my visit, I guess I just wasn't tall enough. Ghosted me. So it felt great to get back.
I didn't even ask the question. He just answered the question perfectly.
Listen. I'm just saying, walking across that field, it was just like
that handshake line at the 50 at the end of the game was.
I don't mean to be that guy, but
The only reason why I moved my do that again, Alex. I was gonna say stay put. Alex, do that again. Okay. So for our thumbnail, I cut everybody out and put it like on the bottom left corner. There we go.
got it.
There we go.
Perfect.
But yeah, so the question was, being a Pittsburgh guy, how was it for you beating a D1 school? And talk about the mindset the entire game. But you said it perfectly.
Yeah,
The
mindset, like you said, balls to the wall, every
Dude.
play, just ripping, going.
Going into it, everybody like, if you asked anybody else outside of Edinboro's team, they're like, yeah, bro, they're playing a D1 school, bro. They're about to get fried. Everybody referenced Duquesne. Oh, you saw what happened at Duquesne the year before. Yeah. They're gonna get absolutely dog walked.
49-7, like 5 guys got hurt.
They're like, oh, they're gonna get dog walked by RMU. But if you were in the room with us before we traveled, you would have known that was not how we came into the game.
Bro, that's like
came out swinging. D-line was aggressive all week. That was when, everybody's like, yeah, man, these are the guys, they're D1 offensive linemen. But at the end of the day, I tell everybody this all the time. Ball is ball.
Ball is ball.
Ball is ball.
I'm gonna make him mad right now. Because you know what was happening after that game. RMU was getting them Southern boys, them Texas recruits, all that. And then all the news outlets afterwards were like, hey, them Whippio boys was running with the Texas kids. Them Whippio kids were running with the boys from Texas. They beat them.
Shout out PA.
Shout out
underrated,
PA
most
football,
underrated
baby.
state of football.
Yeah,
Everybody talks about Texas, talk about Pennsylvania. Trust.
Whippio in specific.
Definitely Whippio in specific. I don't know. I don't know about a certain districts.
Hey, we're all Pennsylvania here, so.
But yeah, no, bro. Like seriously, like getting off the bus when we got to RMU, even it was like it was a business trip.
It
you know?
was, and that was how he treated it too.
And I mean, every game is obviously we treat every game the same. But,
Absolutely.
Like, there was just something about like the energy in the air for that game, and like it felt so special for like me too, because like obviously I love working for Coach Nolf. I wouldn't work for I seriously wouldn't want to have my first football work experience be with any other coach than Coach Nolf. Like genuinely, I would not.
Right.
And like knowing that like that's his alma mater we're walking back into, and like I can point in the direction out of the stadium and be like, hey, behind that tree line, my house is right there. Like, you know what I mean? So like I would hear that, like I would be laying in my bed on a Saturday night as a kid, and I would hear that stadium going crazy for an RMU football game.
Yeah,
so like
man.
walking into Walton Stadium, knowing that it's Coach Nolf's alma mater, knowing that I grew up hearing those football games every weekend of my life. Like it was just something. There was something so surreal about that game. Like before the game started, when we were like getting ready for like specialists to come out, like right before specialists came out, Coach Nolf was out there talking to the refs before the game and everything. doing all the game ball stuff and everything. And I just kind of stood there. I stood on like their scoreboard side in their end zone, and I just kind of looked around, and I just kind of stood there for a few minutes and just took a deep breath. And looked around at everything around me.
Take it all in.
Took it all in.
You had to.
And it was my first road game too.
Yeah.
It was my first travel.
That was your first road game.
Yeah.
Being there.
That was
Listen.
I mean, if you want to count Fairmont.
We don't
but,
count.
Like
Dude, imagine being from West Virginia, seriously.
Imagine.
Imagine.
that last defensive stand that we had.
The 4th and 1 stuff? Or the
Not
the
even.
safety?
Honestly, no, because that wasn't the last. That wasn't the last one. That goal line stand. Not our goal line, their goal line.
Yeah.
Listen. When he called the play in the huddle, I went back to the sideline and I said, this is a safety. 1,000%.
I set it up top.
I said it 1,000%. He made the call, and I'm like, this is going to be a safety. And we're going to get the lead right now. See, because up to that point, there are times, our team, we sometimes have like little fall-offs, momentum switches.
Yeah.
Momentum switches affect our team a little crazy sometimes. So, I think at that point there was like and then, first of all,
Reed's
let's
kick.
not forget about talking about that, all right? Because we're gonna talk about the goal line stand, but we're also gonna talk about how Reed just listen. I'm on the sideline.
74-yard
I'm on the sideline just,
He's watching like a shooting star.
and then I see Trady stop. Trady bounce it back, and then we recovered it. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Unbelievable effort play.
That was a crazy play. And then the safety right after that, energy on the sidelines up, man. And then the offense comes out. They didn't score, but they pretty much sealed, they sealed the deal.
Yeah, we ran them out of timeouts.
Yeah, we ran them out of
kicked the ball
timeouts.
back to them.
Offense sealed the deal, and then we knew what was going to happen. We knew they were going to do the Hail Mary thing,
Or
the,
like
the,
the
the
stupid
under, the
lateral
under,
thing,
stupid.
yeah.
I was like, all right, that was crazy. And then right after that feeling was crazy, man. That was a surreal feeling.
Bro, I'm going to be honest. I said the same thing. I was up in the crow's nest. I was filming. I was standing up there, so I had a great view of the game the whole time. I was up there. Like, it was kind of terrifying, actually. But, I was standing there, and we punted that ball down to their one. And then they broke their huddle, and I looked at that they were empty. And I was like, oh, my God. I turned to Franzi, because he was recording with me. I was like, Sean, I can't believe it. I was, in utter disbelief. I was, speechless. I was like, dude, they're coming out in empty?
Yeah,
On their own one?
Yeah, nah.
Tie game?
You
with
heard,
a minute left?
You heard it here. I play Madden, okay? I'm no OC. Empty on our own one. I'm no OC.
He said, I ain't no Coach White, but wow.
Oh,
And then on top of that, you were bold enough to pass the ball.
Yeah, you didn't run a quarterback blast or a quarterback draw, nothing like that. They ran a deep route concept. They ran verts with a shallow, dude.
I'm just saying, you thought your dudes were better, I guess.
But that Whippy old boy said no.
Oh my God. All right. Oh, great. That was great. It's definitely a moment that, everybody, if you're on that team, you're gonna.
I
it's
will
gonna-
never forget
you'll
that
I
never
think,
forget it.
honestly, just for the borough period.
Yeah.
You know, hearing about it on the articles, articles were out in like 15 minutes.
hear it on Tailgate Talks.
What, Fredo, Teagan, and Reed on
yeah.
Erie News Now with Coach Nolf.
Hey, they can join the club.
Dude, Tristan Waldier made an article on ESPN like 15 minutes after.
Dude,
I'll have to look that up.
dude, I actually didn't know that. Actually,
They,
I didn't know that.
they messed up his name.
How can you mess up a wall?
They put Tristan.
Oh, God.
It is.
That's so ironic.
It is foul to mess up.
They
a
put
wall
Tristan.
here.
They put ESPN.
Come on, what are you
Tristan?
Doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
They put Tristan
What are you doing?
instead of Tristan.
What are you doing? Kind of
He
like.
posted it on his story and removed the I.
God.
It was just a space. It was Tristan. And.
Anyway, so next question. Obviously, you heard us when we had Joey on here, so you understand why we do this. But what advice would you give incoming freshmen coming in for their first year?
I would tell them to take it all in. Just stop every once in a while. Take a breath of the fresh air. Because at the end of the day,
Absorb it.
you realize that someone else isn't getting some of the opportunities that you are.
Right.
So along with those lines, when you're going through things, step through it with confidence. Because I guarantee you're a freshman, you think you don't know much, but you might know more than another freshman. And you wouldn't know that because nobody's going to tell you that they don't know something.
No.
So, when you're going through things, sports, school, it doesn't really matter. Both ways, just go into things confident. Because questioning a lot of things, it doesn't put you in the best place to capitalize on your opportunities.
Yeah, you just got to
So you got to step in it with confidence. No matter what it is, your thing. Make your thing your thing. Step in confidence with whatever you're best at. Just put that best foot forward and make the best of that. Because that's really what it comes down to. Because I know myself, when I came in, I was a guy. Reference to my name, I was in the back of the room. I'm just quiet, not talking to anybody. It's kind of that's the other half of my nickname story, if you didn't know.
Because you look shady sitting in the back of the room.
It's summer. I had a full black fit on hoodie, black sweatpants, black shoes. I'm in the back, not talking to nobody. Came in, both AirPods in, didn't even talk to Pap, no, none of them. Just sat in the back, gave Pap a fist, but I'm sat in the back, didn't talk to anybody. And they were like, yeah, that's a shady individual. And they were like, what school did you go to? Went to Shadeside Academy. And I remember Avery Ennis looked around, and they all just said shady at the same time. That's how I got But like,
Shout out Avery.
the concept is like, sit in the front. Sit in the front of the classroom. Like Nolf says it, and everybody's like, yeah, that's corny. But like, dude, sit in the front of the
No, it's a
classroom.
fact.
Yeah.
Sit
There's
in the
not
front
a
of the
single
classroom.
class I have of football players where they're not sitting in the front of the classroom.
Sit in the front of the classroom. Sit in the back. What are you doing in the back? Just taking up space in the back of the room.
Doing Coach Fern. What are you doing? You smoking the cig back here? What are you doing?
It's like, dude, sit in the front of the classroom. If you're playing a sport, dude, jump to the front of the line.
Yeah.
Say you jump to that front of the line, you make a mistake. Guess what? Mistakes are what you learn from. Mm-hmm. And you were in the front of the line to make the mistake. That counts for something. Jump
Tune
on
in
opportunity. Jump on opportunities when you can.
Tune in weekly for life lessons with Shady.
You know what? We'll give you a platform.
Word.
Start
We'll
your
give you a
own podcast.
Shady's gonna have his own segment on Tailgate Talks. Life Lessons 101 with
Life
Shady.
Lessons 101.
There you go.
I get you a message weekly.
There you go. But Alex, you get the last question.
Oh yeah. What is it? I don't see it.
As we wait
Oh.
for.
Joe's getting it.
Da-
There
Ah!
it goes. Okay. So obviously, we're at a point in the season where over halfway, which is, I mean, we were halfway like 3 weeks ago. Actually,
Yeah,
I just kind of
That's
realized
just,
that.
I just don't even want to think about that because that means we're almost done.
Yeah, we are almost done. But we're sitting at 2-6 right now after a tough loss to Gannon. There's only so much we can do. Getting a spot isn't completely out of the picture. We could do some things, and some teams could fumble, and there could be a way. But it's obviously not super likely. So, at this point, with what we got left, what do you want to see the team accomplish the rest of the year?
Man, I'm in the defensive game plan, but sometimes I spend a full like a few days on scout, right? I get to see both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I know everyone on both sides are capable. No matter the job, I know both sides are capable. Doesn't matter if you're not playing. I know every dude on the team can make plays. I just want to see us like full on beat a team. We haven't done it yet.
We've been in squeakers both ways.
We've been in squeakers both ways. We get to a point where, and I can't even say we take our foot off the gas. We just start making mental mistakes.
Yeah.
And then it just comes back and it bites us, because the momentum switches that we have. Other teams really do capitalize on them. I just want to see all of our guys make plays consistently. Not in the first quarter, not in the second quarter. I want to see us ball all four.
All four.
All four. Because I've seen us do it. We did it at RMU.
We did. We balled for 4 quarters against them.
And even still, we had a small little dry spell in there. Just a small one.
A little one, yeah.
We had a really small dry spell in there. Us playing a full game, I don't think anybody's even touching us. Playing 4 quarters, everybody's getting all the rotations. Everybody's coming in doing their job. No mental mistakes, no physical mistakes. Everybody's just balling, doing their thing.
Well, and that's the hard part about being in a position like this is like, you got to, and that's one of the biggest things that I think is most unbelievable about Coach Nolf is his ability to keep guys up, even when we're in these kind of situations. But that really is the challenge in and of itself for a situation like this. It's easy to say, oh, we're kind of almost definitively out of the playoff picture at this point. What does it matter at this point?
Personally,
But like,
even in high school, I'd been there, right?
Me too.
I'd been there, you get to a point in the season where you're just like, dang, like we're not making it. But like,
I never got the
that's the
mindset
goal.
either.
Like, obviously that's the goal. Like, understand, like, there are people, there are seniors, It's something for those seniors.
It is.
But like, right after that goal is no longer like completely in our tunnel vision anymore. Now our tunnel vision should be the rest of this season. Now we're just still
playing
we're playing
our
ball, and we're playing good ball
Yeah, exactly.
against whoever, because it doesn't matter who.
And we do have, Millersville to end the season is a nice one for us because they have to travel far and they're not great. But like, Seton Hill's the most explosive team we'll face this year.
Right.
And shit, Cal's in the driver's seat for the West right now. So.
But you see, I see I hear people say that, most explosive, but like, dude, I see our defense as more explosive than our offense.
Yeah.
We just got to put it on tape.
Yeah, it's true.
I just got to put it on tape because I've seen everybody at their best.
And some people will say, like, box score junkies will sit here and say, oh, they gave up a touchdown on the last drive of the game and lost the game, which has happened a couple times at this point now. We lost to Clary in that way. We lost to again in that way. So people, casuals, will look at that and say, hey, they gave up 29 points, 25 points, and they gave up a game-winning touchdown. What they don't realize is that defense for the other 65, 70 of the 80 snaps played allowed almost nothing.
Well, you see, even still that, though, like, casuals would say that, but, like, at the end of the day, I've always been a person of, I'm a defensive mind.
Yeah.
And defending grass is defending grass.
It is.
So it doesn't matter how long you're doing it to me.
Yeah. Just the result.
At the end of the day, if no points are scored, you're most likely going to win the game.
It's true.
Yeah, there you go.
You hold the other team to 9.
No, absolutely. It's the best mindset to have. Just expect that you're going to
defend grass, man. Bend, don't break defense.
Yeah. And we've done that a lot. There have been a lot of times, Clarion went right down the field on their first drive. Corey, pick. Went right down the field on their second drive. Ripped the ball out. Ran it back for a touchdown.
Very much bend, don't break.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I see our full team go crazy. That's what I would say. That full team go crazy.
There you go. But
because I don't really think I really don't see, like, I mean, obviously it's tough being in this spot, but like the most confident, the most reassuring thing in my mind is like none of these dudes are giving up.
No.
There ain't a single dude on this team who's just
Absolutely
like
not.
thrown in the towel
Absolutely not.
and said, the season's over. Let's just reload for next year.
Well, I mean, what did I say yesterday? I said, yeah, people are gonna say like, oh, they only have 2 wins this year or whatever. They're gonna talk and whatever. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what you like. You guys don't know what. First of all, you don't know what happens when they're behind closed doors or on the field during practice. Like, you don't know what's going on. You don't listen. I'm not on the team. I'm not associated with the team. Of course, I know a lot because everybody I'm friends with on the team. But I believe in what Coach Nolf preaches from what I've heard, and I can see that everybody plays hard. So when you
That's
actually,
never going to be the question.
So when you actually pay attention, then you understand.
Exactly.
So there's that, and also I just realized that I literally copied and pasted the rapid fire from Joey's to here. So that's when you could tell I was doing this late last night or yesterday. So all right, rapid fire.
Yeah, talk to me.
You know the deal. Basic questions about you. Go for it. All right, first blindside. What's your opinion on Tony Papley?
My opinion on Tony Papley.
I just came with that from the top of my head.
Yo, big energy guy.
Huge juice guy.
Big
Insane
energy guy.
juice guy.
Big
That's my
energy
guy right
Listen,
there for real.
Listen, no lie. If you don't have any E on Saturday, he's got some in the tank for you. Promise you that.
He said, I'll donate.
Actually, perfect segue, real quick, to see what you get your opinion. Have him shave his beard and keep his goatee. Look at him and think of Papley.
Oh God.
I'm not doing it. Trust. I'm not doing it.
Big energy guy. Listen, the thing about Pap, the one thing you're gonna know, he cares.
Oh, so much. Unbelievable.
He definitely cares. And he's a guy who stresses the little things. You know, the little things you do, the little things you do here is gonna affect the big things you do later. Great coach. You know, he was one of the guys, you know, I came in, he was like, listen, you're not big. I know that, you know that. But if you can play, I'm gonna get you on the field. And you know, I didn't hear that from most coaches in my recruiting process. So when he said that to me, I'm like, let's get it, sign me up today. Let's get it, sign me up today. I love his
like
energy.
that though. He don't doubt anybody.
I loved his energy, man. Listen, but the one thing, you know, he cares a lot. You know, he's really dedicated to what he's doing. You film, nobody was gonna watch more film.
I've never seen a film junkie like Coach Pap. I love it. I love it. I would go to his house at 3 a.m. and watch film with him.
Listen,
I swear to God,
never-
I would.
all together, man. You know, it just shows, man. He cares a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. He loves what he does.
There you go. Yeah.
He loves what he does. And he holds us
honestly,
to a really high standard, too.
I haven't seen. Obviously, this is the first staff that I've been a part of, but I've never really, even from the outside, really experienced a collective group of dudes coaching football that care about their jobs as much as this staff does.
They care a lot.
Everyone.
You know,
Everyone.
Pap's one of those guys who really cares, you know. Takes us to the side sometimes, you know. Asks us questions like, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? He stresses little things. And then it's not even just football either. You know, he'll what your class is like. Did you schedule on
Oh
time?
yeah,
Did
he's
you
the
do
he's the
you know,
school
like-
guy for sure. Yeah.
Oh, is he the coach that goes, get your butt to class?
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, he says after our lifts every day, attack the day. You just attack the day. You got started off with a win. You got lift. Now go to class.
Eat, go to class, make someone's day.
Eat, go to class, make someone's day.
Love that.
Shout out Coach Pat.
Coach Pap. All right, time for the real rapid fire to start.
Okay.
That was funny.
That was a great blindside. I did not expect that.
And that's not even the blind side.
Great.
All right, favorite sport to watch other than football?
Other than football. Listen, man. Women's college basketball is on the
It's really on the
uptrend,
come
man.
up. Yeah.
There we go.
Watching them play is really something else.
Favorite sport to play other than not wrestling, but other than football?
Other than football. This is hard. Cause I dropped basketball my sophomore year. I was not rocking with it. I guess I could say track.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess I
was
can
a
say
track
track.
kid.
I was a 100-meter sprinter. I was a 100-meter sprinter for a while. Then everybody got fast.
All right, Pepsi or Coke?
Neither.
Damn.
Neither.
Damn.
Neither.
Neither.
Do you have a different one?
Ginger ale, man.
Ooh. Good crispy ginger ale.
Ginger ale, man.
Yeah.
Ginger ale.
All right, favorite food?
Favorite food? Pulled pork.
Ooh.
Bam.
There you go.
Bam.
Favorite movie of all time?
Remember the Titans.
Yes. Let's
Bam.
go.
Favorite TV show of all time?
TV show. Oh, man. Last Chance U.
That's a
The
good
football-
show.
The football one.
There we
You
go.
know, the football one.
Go-to pregame song?
Otis
Ooh.
by Jay-Z with Ye.
Ooh. Some yay in there. Yeah.
Favorite game of your career?
Second round playoff upset to Elizabeth Forward my senior year.
Shout out Merv.
Shout out.
Funniest teammate?
Kamar Meza.
Oh, shoot.
Favorite linebacker of all time?
See, because I'm not going to be that guy who's going to give you a cheap, famous person. I'm going to give you a good one.
Who did CJ pick?
He probably said Jack Lambert or something.
Yeah, probably something like that.
I know it wasn't Jack Lambert.
Um,
Might have been Ray Lewis.
Might have been.
Oh, I'm going to have to go with Lawrence Taylor, man.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we
Lawrence
go.
Taylor.
There we go. Question that I just thought of on the top of my head. Say one nice thing about D10.
D10 plays football.
There we go.
I guess their O-line's kind of big.
Their
Like,
lines are kind of big.
There we go. There we go.
Now, who's District 10 on the team? Do we have any District 10?
Oh, yeah.
Gent.
Gents D10.
Oh, wait, never mind. District 10 plays ball. District 10 plays ball. District 10 plays ball.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Now, is it better than Whippy-O?
Moving on. All right. For the real blindside question, after I gave Shady 2 blindside
He's
questions.
giving me 3. I
All
got
right.
3 blind sides.
All
Okay,
right.
talk to me.
All right. Favorite Edinboro football player that's not yourself?
It's not myself.
Took Dom 5 minutes to answer this.
It took Dom 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Why?
He apologized to his teammates after. Because he was thinking about the offensive side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball, special teams. Dom was overthinking the question.
Yeah,
And then we interviewed Hulse, and Dom was sitting right next to Hulse, and we asked Hulse the blindside, and he was sitting there. He was like, "God, I really."
Because Dom came up with his own. Because Hulse came prepared. And
Oh yeah, Dom asked him favorite O lineman in the room, and Hulse was sitting there, and he's like, "Oh God."
Oh, man. I got
Dom
mine.
was just staring at him.
I
the
got
whole
mine.
time.
And then he went, shout out GA Coach Brown.
I got mine, man. Karan, man.
Oh, I love
Karan
Ron.
Robinson, man.
Yeah,
Dude.
UB transfer.
Dude. He's a dude, man.
He is a dude.
He's going to be that guy, though. He's not going to get you a 70-yard touchdown. He's going to grab the ball, and he's going to drive 7 people 12 yards.
Which is
And I
funny
love
because
that.
he's not slow
No.
at all.
Nah.
But
Nah.
he's gonna hit you.
It's going to take 7 to bring him down, minimum.
That's the worst part. It's not either having to deal with a fast running back or a hard hitting running back. It's having to deal with a dude that's gonna
gritty
hit you
guy.
full force going 35 miles an hour.
You don't want to catch a gritty running back, man, because they don't like to touch the ground.
Nah.
They don't. And if they do, it's going to take 11. Plus some, because people are pushing the pile. So the push is going to knock them halfway over anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But, Shady, thanks for coming on the show. Oh, man.
Yeah, baby.
Listen, man.
This is fun.
You know I'm always here for it.
Oh, God.
We'll have to get you on a normal show when, Dom tells us last minute he can't show up. AKA
Listen,
AKA
we can talk about
last
some
week.
Colts football.
Wait, you a Colts fan?
He is.
And you're a Pittsburgh guy.
Listen, they hold a spot in my heart, but I love me some Colts, man. For the shoe.
Lucas Oil Stadium, turn your sign down. That's too bright.
Don't hate.
No, listen.
Don't
I
hate.
went
We
to
got power.
I went to the Steelers. I went to
got
the Steelers.
aura.
We got
You know
we got
what?
power.
You know what? This show's gone. For time's sake, send it. I'll explain this story.
Yeah. Good night, America. Dang it.
The ball.